Are you new to final expense sales or life insurance sales? If so, you should definitely watch this video. Then just come back to this part of the video and click on the link above. This playlist, Advanced Training, has videos that cover advanced sales tactics while door knocking leads, calling to set appointments, dealing with objections, making your final expense presentation, and a whole lot more. As we head into the recession, things are going to change. And if you're a life insurance agent, you're probably wondering how this can affect you. And think about this, guys. A lot of folks, potentially millions, are right at the end of their deferment or forbearance periods. You know, from what's been going on, people not being able to work because of the sickness, which means they're either going to have to pay their mortgages or rent, or they're going to lose their homes. So for sure, hundreds of thousands of people, potentially millions is what they're saying in the press, are about to be evicted. And here's something to think about. A question to ask yourself maybe. Is mortgage protection and life insurance sales profitable right now for me? Because, guys, if you're not doing well right now, how's that going to work out as the country gets into debt, goes to recession? Meanwhile, people are losing their homes. All of this and more coming up next. I'm Doug Massi, and this is when I'm going to ask you to give the video a big old thumbs up so that YouTube keeps us relevant. And if you haven't subscribed, you definitely want to do that now. We're putting out new life insurance sales content on a weekly basis. Oh, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of the Appointment Setting Super File. This is the file that has scripts for setting appointments with like direct mail leads, telemarket leads, and even final expense Facebook leads. So back in 2012, we walked away, my wife and I, from selling mortgage protection, life insurance, because there really weren't any new leads. I even joined a multi-level marketing insurance agency because they promised us that there were plenty of leads in our areas. Of course, after like 3 months, I got one new lead and like 200 old reworked leads. And as of today, this pretty much describes the mortgage protection industry. Unkept promises, working old leads that the agent before you couldn't sell, and pretty much starting off with low commissions and staying at low commissions. The good news is that right now there is a little mini real estate boom that's going on. So if you're one of the few people that have been in the business for a while and you're already getting, plenty of fresh leads each week or some fresh leads each week, and if you're working in the right areas, then this should continue for a while, maybe even a couple of years, hopefully. Until the recession really kicks in and people start losing jobs and can't afford to make their mortgage payment, of course. Trust me, when this happens, and yeah, it's happening, it's going to happen, the first thing to go is the insurance bill. So what if you're brand new? You're just getting into, you just got recruited by one of these mortgage protection companies. Will there be leads for you? Well, let's think about this right now. The few agents that are successfully selling, mortgage life insurance are trying to get as many fresh leads every week as humanly possible. They're fighting over the leads. So if you're an agency manager, who are you going to give the fresh leads to? Are you going to give them to the producers, the agents that are proven sales pros? Or are you going to give the new leads to the unproven agents, the newbies? Yeah, the truth is, nothing is really going to get better anytime soon at this point. And besides, half the people that get a new mortgage are older, more like at the final expense sales age. Did you know that? So why not just target final expense sales? Compared to mortgage protection or other life insurance sales, final expense leads are pretty darn easy, to generate. And in my best years of being a mortgage protection top producer, a totally top agent, I wasn't even making $60,000 a year. But in our first full-time calendar year selling final expense, once we had made the transition, I actually wrote over $400,000 of annualized premium. And my wife, Mariana, she wrote over $100,000 that year too. So in 2014, we spent like $80,000 on leads, but profited over $250,000. And, well, think about this. Final expense is recession proof. The clients are already on a low fixed income, basically living off their monthly Social Security check. Do you think that's going to change? They need the insurance no matter what, especially since as we get older, we start to think more about, things like death and who's going to get stuck taking care of the funeral bill and the final expenses and all that mess. Which makes final expense sales the easiest sale I've ever done. Even when I was selling mortgage protection. I mean, back then I'm meeting with, attorneys, doctors, high income working people who literally thought they knew it all, which kind of made it difficult as heck to sell them, term life insurance or universal life products, especially when a lot of the professionals have life insurance through their jobs. So if you think mortgage protection life insurance is a good business to get into now, well, let me just say this, as long as you've got a way of generating your own leads, then sure. But if you're going to be depending on other people to buy leads from, well, you may be SOL. For a copy of the appointment setting super file mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com for more information on selling final expense with us, which means first year commissions starting at 100% or even higher, access to all the top carriers, and also our online training platform. Just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.